This episode of Trash the Script is coming to you from Full Circle Atlanta. For 6 years now, Full Circle has been providing you with the best vintage and sneakers in Atlanta. Full Circle Atlanta, what goes around comes around. Welcome back to Trash the Script. I'm Sudu. This is Georgia. I'm a little sick, George. Yeah. I don't know if you could tell. I don't know if I sound sick, but...
You know, what are your symptoms? Let's see if I can diagnose it.
Okay, so we've got a headache, but it feels like it's in my eyeballs.
All
so
right.
like both of my eyeballs feel...
Frontal headache?
Yeah, okay. Sure. And then, is that orbital? Is that what that is?
I don't know. I'm trying to channel Lexi.
And then I've got this it's like congestion in the chest and the throat.
Okay.
But it's not easily coming out. So when I cough, it itches and it hurts. It like burns and it hurts. And I can also I'm tasting like iron. It almost tastes like blood. It's not, but. So anyways, after this, I think I'm going to have to run by the old clinic.
I would just prescribe some Vicks.
Yeah, I did that last night, which, I mean, obviously helped me.
For like a couple minutes.
At least fall asleep. Then I woke up this morning with a nostril closed. So, you know. Yeah.
Sounds like a bad sinus infection.
You're going to the beach, so you're in better spirits than me right now. Huh?
The last episode,
going back to the beach.
Had come from the beach, and now I'm about to go back to the beach.
Beautiful.
Living that unemployed life.
I don't think that's how people live unemployed lives.
My friend's family invited me. So.
Okay, so you've got a lot of connects because the last time you were at the beach, you called the Coast Guard to make sure you didn't get trafficked.
You know what? I had to explain that to my parents.
What did they say?
She goes, my mom, so you went on a boat?
Yeah.
And I said...
She did, Cheryl.
Yes.
She did. You can call me I will give you a report on George's...
She goes, I guess I just don't know much about you anymore. And I was like, you know what? This podcast is supposed to be a safe space. You're not supposed to be outing me on it.
But Cheryl, anytime you need an update on George's whereabouts, what she's doing, who she's doing it with. He has
my location.
Just make sure you just give me a call. I will always update you without fail. If not, obviously on the podcast. But so going back to the beach, congrats.
Well, okay. What do we do this weekend? It was a big time here at Full Circle.
As I said in the intro, 6 years and counting. Full Circle Atlanta's 6th year anniversary. Of course, this is our home. This is where we do the podcast from. Shout out to our boy Pie.
It was a time. A time was had.
A time was certainly had, and
they were here until 2 a.m.
They went from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. So it was an incredible celebration. There was a $5 pile, which actually is right in front of us. You guys can't see it, that people definitely took advantage of because it was like a mountain and now it's more like a hill.
Did you get this hat?
I bought this Jackie Robinson Real Tree collab hat. I don't even know if this is like a real collab or if somebody made it, but I thought it was dope. Awesome. So I bought one of those. We had friends come through for the first time. Everybody found a piece that they liked. And of course, since it was 6 years, obviously the owners of Full Circle were very kind and, we're giving out discounts. So I think everybody had a good time. Everybody found a piece that they're going to be proud of and be rocking and giving Full Circle a shout out for. So
and there was a lot of people here, and I feel like that is a testament to the community that Full Circle has created. Everybody was having fun. There was good music. There was a DJ set, and I really wanted to jump behind it.
I discouraged that immediately.
So in my unemployment phase, I've really wanted to buy a table and try to learn how to DJ. You keep talking
about making big purchases, and then you keep saying, "In my unemployment phase." So it's not. It's just not
like a big table. Like I saw this girl on TikTok, and if she can do it, I can too.
Sure. Right.
It would keep me inside.
Georgia, no, it would not. It would make you you would be throwing ragers probably.
No, and they would be so much fun. They would.
Well, Miss Cheryl, come get her. Come get her, please.
Somebody hire me. Can we talk about that? Going off of what we said last week, I've had follow-ups, and they were like, so what are the odds that you think like the TV industry will hire you back? And I'm like, nobody wants to hire me. Because everybody's like, so like, what are the odds you go back to that place? And I'm like, well, I don't have a job right now.
Well, what kind of jobs are you, or asking you this question?
The gym. And a golf course. But I feel like a golf course is a very seasonal job.
It is. It can be.
Yeah, I don't know. But it would be like a bartender server. And then the other place would be helping with like marketing and then working the front.
Yeah, I told you last week, I think personally that sometimes people are insecure about bringing in people they consider maybe above whatever the position is, and then there's a fear of them leaving, which Like people leave jobs on a regular basis. I don't know why you're being, held against something because of your background.
I'm like, y'all, somebody give me a chance because I'm going crazy. Something needs to keep me inside.
If anybody owns a business and listens to our podcast, she is begging. She's begging for an opportunity.
I'm like, should I go across the street and be like, hey, Lululemon, Lululemon?
Do it.
You know what that reference was?
I sure do.
Okay.
But anyways, it'll work itself out.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a good weekend, full circle party.
We went to Draw Bar after.
A little Draw Bar sesh, Ormsby's, really just supporting Atlanta businesses. That's a passion of mine. But I will say, we've obviously made jokes about age and stuff on this podcast, but since I've turned 30, I think kickbacks are just more elite than going out these days. Yeah. And I'm not just the only one who feels it. Like, I'm 30, I'm older now, right? But I was talking to some kids recently, like 24, 25, kind of like your age range, honestly.
I'm not a kid.
And they were like, yeah, bro, honestly, like, I'd much rather, like be at a house party or be at a kickback instead of going out. And I'm like, is going out, is it dying a little bit? Like, no, I mean, not for you, you're always out. But
no,
like,
I'm not
for
always
the general
out.
consensus, maybe because of the recession or what, I don't know. But like, I certainly feel like more and more people are opting to do stuff indoors or at a house or something, you know what I mean? Like in a backyard or something. Or even if you go out, like you get like a table at a spot.
No, I would rather you go to a nice dinner, maybe go one other spot. You're sitting, you're having good conversation with the people you're with. But the house parties takes me back to like college, like college and like everybody, if you had a house or a bigger apartment, people would just have like pre-games there. But I love house parties.
I don't even mean pre-games though. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I have
you
friends.
You would stay there all night.
I have friends who literally like last weekend, they went to like a crawfish boil during the day. And then at night, they just linked up at somebody's house. Everybody just brought their drinks. They watched sports. They hung out. They ate, whatever. And it was like a big group of people.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it was so much more elite than, going somewhere, waiting in line for a drink, spending a bunch of money. I don't know.
So the past few times we've ranked our favorite espresso martinis, our favorite wings.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know, rank your favorite top 5 restaurants right now in Atlanta.
Just overall favorite restaurants.
Overall favorite restaurants. We're going for food, Atlanta. Vibes, overall experience.
Okay. Well, I don't really shell out like a fortune for dinner.
Well, yeah, and it can be
time.
like probably for people that aren't wanting to break the bank to go to dinner.
Okay. I'll give like one option of like maybe something slightly more pricey, but nothing like super crazy. We're not talking Lil Alley Steakhouse or nothing like that.
Even though that would be in my top 5.
That would be in yours 100%. I think we're on different like levels of how we spend money and where we go.
Okay.
But I don't know. Like number 5, I really kind of have to spend time to think about this. Man. I just don't do that as much as I used to. Like actually go to like good places, sit down and eat. Or it could even be like
Park Tavern because they have food and drinks.
Nah, that makes me feel like I also don't go to Park Tavern the way I used to.
Because he used to go.
I'll say this: like if I just have somebody in town and they're like, "Yo, like, can we eat somewhere kind of different, kind of unique?" I'm taking them to Del Bar.
That's a good one.
For me, like Del Bar is very elite just because of like it's different. Like you don't have just Middle Eastern food in all parts of the country. So when I do have friends visiting from like Mississippi and stuff who maybe aren't eating like Middle Eastern food and stuff like that much, I'll take them to Del Bar. That's probably one of my favorite spots to take them. Then I have these like little low key spots, which I don't even remember the names of them. These are on like Buford Highway. Like there's a banh mi spot. Don't know the name. I know how to get there. I don't know the name of it, but these banh mi's are incredible. And they're like $5 a banh mi. You can get like 6 of them for $20.
Where's that place that we had the really good pots, the dumplings?
Oh, that's Goose. Goose is well known though. Goose dumplings. Yeah. Goose dumplings is fire.
Be in your top 5.
Goose is good. There's a Mexican place in Smyrna, like Smyrna Vinings area. Once again, forgetting the name of it right now, but some of the best tacos I've had ever. Tacos, whatever you get from there, like really, really, really good spot. Once again, like I know how to get there. I always forget the name. I like put it in the GPS, but it is phenomenal. So I kind of take advantage of Atlanta's like more diverse side, just being like
the more holes in the wall. So
many like different cultures and whatever here. So like Chinese food, Vietnamese food, Korean food, Mexican food, Cuban food, Middle Eastern food, like Indian food. I take advantage of a lot of that but not like the super, super fancy places, but the ones that, like you're saying, are either holes in the wall or just, it's just some small business, but they're making money and they're making really good food. So I'd have to redo this, and I'd have to actually like go sit down and remember the names of these places.
Because I'm trying to think, and I just thought of this, but my top 5 right now would probably be Taqueria del Sol at 5.
Yeah,
they
Taqueria
have
del Sol's
really good chicken tacos, but it's not like authentic, like an authentic Mexican spot.
The place I'm talking about is like authentic. So I like Taqueria del Sol. The one on Cheshire Bridge is like my go-to.
They have one in Athens. So 5 would be Talk. 4 would be Real Tacos. That's more of like a vibe, and their margaritas are really good.
Okay.
3 would be Del Bar. I really like Del Bar, and it's, Mediterranean. They have really good drinks. They just opened one in Buckhead. I like both locations, but Buckhead I feel like is more social because they have that outdoor patio area. 2 would be Barcelona.
I was going to say Barcelona Yepa is probably going to round it out.
Yeah, Barcelona. It's starting. The only thing is I go there way too much, so I feel like I am slowly
You're a regular. They know you by name. They know me.
I can walk there, to be fair. It's literally right behind the shop. And then Yepa.
Yeah.
Because they just opened one on the Beltline. And when the weather is nice, you close your eyes and you feel like you're in Italy.
Once again, you keep saying that. I don't know if I agree with that, but it is nice. I do like Yepa. Like if I was going to make a top 5, Yepa might end up on there.
I've never had the pasta tower though. I want to go. I think it's on Wednesdays or something. I don't know. I've never had that. Still haven't had the espresso tower.
Oh, that you have to do. Oh, by the way, you mentioned Yepa, another Y restaurant in the Buckhead area, Yibo. Yibo's a South African spot.
Yeah, and I've heard somebody, I think, put in the comments when we posted our favorite espresso martini spots. They have like a frozen espresso martini. I've never tried that, but
so
I'd love to try that.
Yibo Beach House in the warmer, like when it gets warmer, and then it turns into a ski lodge. So I've only been when it was a ski lodge. So they turn it into, the theme is like a ski lodge. It's like winter themed. That's in the winters. This was a couple years ago. I took a girl on a date there, like as a, I don't know, just in the winter time, just like a nice date. And it was really, really good. I had the biltong, which is like South African beef jerky. It was really good. I don't remember what else. Like my main course was awesome. The drinks were great. The vibes were awesome. I have not had that frozen espresso martini there, but I'd probably throw Yibo in there somewhere. And then, I definitely have to pick a sushi spot, but there's so many good sushi spots in Atlanta.
Have you had 8 Sushi? Somebody said that's their all-time favorite.
I've heard a lot about 8. I haven't had 8. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. It's a spot we went to a while ago. It's Fudo. Fudo was fire.
Fudo was so good. I have to go back.
Shockingly fire, and it's like in a strip mall. So like when you tell people like it's some of the best sushi you can get,
it really is.
They kind of are like, what? They're like, there's an apartment right there in a strip mall, and I'm like, yeah, welcome to Atlanta, dog. Like don't judge where the restaurant is. Yeah. As far as its quality is concerned, but
vibes are good, drinks are good. Yeah, that was a drink that had, what was in their espresso martini?
I had the bourbon one, yeah. I had the bourbon espresso martini. That was different, but good. Georgia, you go out way more than me in Atlanta. Like your top 5 is going to be way more diverse than mine.
But also I feel like you're 30 minutes from here, so I feel like
25.
Yeah. So sometimes I'm closer to the city. Things are within my reach
to this side, but I mean I'm closer to like if you're closer to like the Decatur part of town, then I'm closer to that side. Which there's a lot of good stuff out there.
Likes to eat.
No, it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, I'd have to literally go like sit down because the amount I eat out now is like minimal compared to when I was in like my mid to early 20s living in Atlanta. Kid. Yeah, when I was a lot younger. Now I'm responsible. I'm fiscally responsible. I'm like, I should eat out all the time.
And here I am unemployed and talking about my top 5 restaurants. Kids these days.
Still baffling. Still baffling. Did you watch some tennis? You watched a little Roland Garros this weekend?
Yeah. How about Coco Gauff, the first American woman since Serena to win the French Open?
How about it?
She's 21 years old. What were you doing at 21?
What was I doing at 21? I just graduated college 6 months early and got my first job in Memphis. That wasn't as much of an insult as you thought it was going to be, was it? Oh,
but just think about she just won the French Open.
I was not winning the French Open. I'll say that much.
Now legally drink, but it's like you're 21 years old. She flew home on a private jet. But I will say, did you see? She posted a TikTok. The actual trophy that she gets to take home is actually quite miniature.
Yeah, it's a little small.
It's like a little baby. But at the end of the day, she was saying it's about the experience. Of
course.
And she won the French Open. So
good for her. Really, really happy for her. Huge accomplishment. And then, of course, Carlos Alcaraz, the way he was able to win that match, coming down from 2 sets down. I don't watch tennis. Like I had a little phase when I was a kid where I liked tennis. Yeah. This was also like the golden days of tennis. You had Djokovic and Nadal and Federer and everything. And Alcaraz is like the closest to that I've experienced on the men's side. The women's side, I feel like there's always immense talent. There always has been.
Yeah.
But on the men's side, I felt like there was a bit of a dip off for like a little bit where I just kind of was like, whatever. And then Carlos Alcaraz kind of came on the scene, or at least I've learned about him a few years ago. And you know, I respect the heck out of that guy, man. I mean, he's incredible. What he was able to do the other day was just remarkable.
There's a lot of people that will just go watch tennis because they love tennis, but I feel like there's more so people that will go to see a specific person play. Yeah. Like if I could have seen a Serena Williams play or Coco Gauff, I would go watch tennis just to see them play, not necessarily just to go and watch tennis.
I get that. And I mean, it is a sport that like lends to like, you know, individual like people that you look up to instead of like a whole team, right? Like golf is kind of the same way. Like people will go follow, you know, their favorite golfer for an entire tournament. Right. Tennis, obviously, you don't have to walk; you just sit in the spot. But
some things are different. Like obviously, the Masters, people will just go just to say, "Hey, I've been to the Masters."
Right.
But in other tournaments, it's like, okay, if Tiger Woods is playing, hey, I'm going to see Tiger Woods.
And tennis has its, I mean, you know, the Wimbledons of the world, the French Opens, and all that stuff too. All the majors, obviously, but. No, certainly it was a fun weekend of sports. And then obviously I do want to say something. So last episode I mentioned, okay, I'm taking Pacers in 5, which, you know, Georgia was like, that's a hot take. And I'd said it to my friends and everybody's like, you're crazy. Like somebody who knows basketball should not be saying something so outlandish. For me, I explained it on the last podcast because some people came after me. I had some friends be like, bro, really? Pacers in 5? Like, what are you watching? I was like, I know, look. Metrically speaking, there's no number to support that the Pacers can win in 5. Actually, all the numbers point to OKC. The one thing that I did discover is that I don't know how many years it's been. It might be ever. Nobody has won the scoring title and the NBA Finals in the same year, at least in like 40 years. I don't know if it's ever. I'd have to double check that. But that suggests that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will not win an NBA trophy because of history. That's really the only metric I had going for me. But my buddy Cody was like, I was on the phone with him and he's like, okay, well, explain yourself. I said, dude, the Pacers they just feel like a team of destiny. I mean, game 1, they did not lead until 0.3 seconds left in the game, to the point where Georgia had just turned the game off and thought the Pacers had lost.
So, okay.
We were talking about it like the next day, and she was like, yeah, like the Thunder. I said, bro, did you watch the rest? She's like, no, they were winning. Like the Thunder were winning by a large margin. You're not the only one, though. A lot of people were shocked because they were like, well, this game's over.
My friend Zach, who's an avid basketball fan, was like, bro, he was so mad at me. He was like, you're not for real right now. I was like, for a moment, but I'm also not an avid NBA fan.
Sure.
I grew up in Nebraska.
Right. Husking corn. Anyways, but so then
now the
game 1.
It's tied.
Game 1.
Series tied.
Tyrese Halliburton does Tyrese Halliburton things as he has done. I mean, 4 different times in a playoff series is absolutely remarkable. And I was sitting there watching that game and I was like, man, you know, they're going to lose whatever. But when that happened, I was like, we are so back. The vibes are so high for
my gosh.
Now
Pacers in 5.
Now I am Pacers in 5. Like I'm screaming it from the mountaintops. And people don't even care about the metrics at this point. They're like, you're probably right, dude. This team, like, there's no reason.
1 game in.
There's no reason they should have been able to do that at OKC. Now the series goes back to Indiana. So it's 1-1 going back to Indiana. Anything can happen, Georgia.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Where are you going to watch the rest of the games?
Where? I guess it depends on where I'm at. If I'm at work, I'll watch it at work. If I'm off, then I might get together with
maybe a PT moment.
Could be a PT moment. Yeah, PT's the vibe, dude. Park Tavern's rainy day beer special is the most elite thing.
Do you get texts?
I get texts from Park Tavern.
I get texts,
I'm on the Park
and
Tavern.
They're like rainy day, no
list.
problem, and it's like deals.
I know, $1 beer the entire freaking time it rains. You know
what's happening at Park Tavern this Saturday?
What's that?
It's a pop-up.
Okay.
For Love Island.
Turn up.
Casting.
Are you going?
Yes.
Love Island casting?
Yes.
You're going to go?
Nicole and I are going.
Are you going to be back from the beach by then?
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay.
And so I
don't watch reality shows. You have to explain to me.
A tan.
Okay.
I have the fit picked out. Now, I don't have work done, so that's going against me. Some people on the cast have a little help.
What would you do? Would you like what would be
my lips, probably
plastic surgery of choice? Lips.
Yeah.
Like filler?
My mom's like, no.
Yeah.
Also,
Cheryl.
Mom, just because I'm going to this Love Island thing doesn't mean I'm going to get it. But hey, maybe there's, like the Lord above is like, you're unemployed right now, so you can go on Love Island.
Can you explain Love Island for people like me that don't know anything about it?
So Love Island is an island. And
it's an island. I did not know. I did not guess it'd be an island.
It's an island, and they have different. So they bring in probably like 4 guys, 4 girls. There might be more. Don't kill me if there's more. Yeah. But some hot singles, and the whole premise of the show is you couple up, but they have different things that test the couples, and they bring in bombshells. So if I go, I would technically be. I think it's like Casa. I don't know. It's like some other, but it's meant to stir the pot a little bit. So I'm a nice girl, so I need to play like I've been watching the show, so I know who some of the guys are. So I need to be like, I can be Mr. Still, your girl, man. What?
Mr. Still, your man.
I'm Mr. Still, your man.
Okay.
Do you think I could pull that off?
So that's the goal is you're trying to steal other people's man?
No. I just want to be on.
That's what you want to do. That's what you want to be
some people, but at the end of the day, I just want to find love. And maybe, I don't think my husband's on Hinge. Maybe my husband's on Love Island.
I'd be very curious what the success rate is of those shows and people ending up together forever. I don't think it's that high.
Well, Hinge for me isn't high either, so it's worth a shot, dang it.
Hey, I'm a big Hinge proponent, so shout out Hinge.
I've deleted it already.
Oh, wow. How was your date? You just went on a Hinge date on Sunday.
Yeah, my parents don't know that either, so thank you.
Okay, well, now they know. Like I said, I'm here for y'all.
Like I said, Mom and Dad, I've deleted the app, so I don't think my husband's on Hinge. Okay. It was a fine date. I think he was nervous because he sat catty corner to me, and that really threw me off.
Oh, my goodness. And you get it. You catch a ick real quick.
But I'm like, why are you sitting like... Just I think he just got nervous and just picked the wrong chair.
Maybe you'll kill it on Love Island if men are getting nervous on Hinge dates. I mean,
yeah,
maybe that's your calling.
Yeah, it was fine, but in White Chicks was like, for the lady, perhaps a salad. I should have been like, perhaps not. I ate a Caesar salad. Like, if you don't want to just spend money, just say that. Like, I don't know. It was like, he was like, oh, I ate before this, so I'm not really hungry. Why did we go on a dinner date?
So this is yesterday's guy.
Yeah.
He said he'd eaten before he took you to dinner?
Mm-hmm. So he's like, oh, I'm not that hungry. I'm hungry, so I'm going to eat.
So what did you get?
A chicken Caesar salad.
That's it?
That's it.
Did you feel bad or something?
And 1 glass of wine. Yeah, I'm like, I mean.
Did he drink?
One Long Island that took him an hour and a half to finish.
Yeah, also, he's not going to work for you.
Okay, if he listens, no, he doesn't have my social media. He's not going to find this. But it was fine. It was way better than the first Hinge date I went on.
Yeah.
But.
Sorry, I keep messing up my mic here.
Yeah, I don't know. If he texts me, cool. If he doesn't, cool.
I got you. Tough situation.
So yeah, Love Island I think might be my calling.
I'm very excited.
I'll report back next week on how that went.
Yeah, can we come see? Like,
should I take the Osmo? Can you watch? Would you just post up in the back of Park Tavern and be like, I want to see how this goes?
I don't know. Like, is there like a viewing room for family like American Idol? Like,
I also don't know how this works. Like, obviously there's going to be casting people there. Like, do I just show up and shake some hands and sell myself? Pause.
Whoa. Hey.
Like a pitch, yeah. So I need to work on my pitch.
Okay.
Let's try it out. Okay. I'm going to pitch myself to you.
Okay, go ahead. Why do you think you deserve to be on Love Island?
Well, because I've exhausted all other avenues to try.
Next. All right. Sorry.
Because I'm ready to stir the pot and make good TV, America.
You think? God bless.
Oh Lord! I'm gonna workshop it.
I'm gonna tag Love Island in this,
and I'll get back to you. Yeah, honestly, maybe this could be my tape.
100%.
We got the $5 pile. Somebody checking out.
Okay, so we're checking out the $5 pile.
There's shirts up top. Did you see that?
Which ones?
There's.
I don't know if those are
$5 shirts, but there's some.
Bye. Did we hang up Goof's jersey on the rafters?
There's some $5 shirts up here.
So like we mentioned at the beginning of the pod, there is a $5 pile that Full Circle is doing for the 6th year anniversary and is literally right in front of us. So we knew people would be getting in on this. And what y'all looking for, fellas? Anything specific?
Anything, really.
Anything.
Okay.
Anything. I love it.
Actually, that shirt he's wearing was from the $5 pile.
Turn
there we
up.
Go.
Success stories from the $5 pile. This is beautiful.
We love it.
We should
here.
do like an interactive episode one day where we just take just go around talking to people. Just remarkable stuff. All right, before we go, you got anything to say? You got any words of wisdom? Any thoughts?
Words of wisdom.
Comments, concerns?
Just keep me in your prayers, guys, for Saturday's Love Island casting call, and I'll report back. No, but in all seriousness, I feel like, this unemployment stint for me has taught me a lot, and the number one thing has been patience, and I think it really has tested me. And Sudu can tell you, I've cried a few times, but I don't know, like I'm confident that I'm going to come out the other side of this, and I'm excited to see what happens next.
Hey, in the words of the 21st century philosopher, Lil Uzi Vert.
Okay.
Take your time, Uzi. Take your time. That's what I always think when I need to be patient. I just think of the song Patience.
That was very
by Lil Uzi Vert.
Yeah, very mind,
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Mind opening.
Mind opening. Mind blowing. Enlightening. All of that.
Thank you for enlightening me.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode. And remember, it's always okay to trash the script.